Chosen. Shit. Hey.
All praise to the Most High. This is another episode of Expose It. It's time to expose it, man. It's time to tell the truth and expose it. Look, there's something that people need to be warned of here. And I see it a lot, whether it's in marriages, brotherhood, sisterhood, fellowship with the body of believers in the household of faith. This is something I see a lot of people doing. A lot of times you don't recognize it. It's a trick of the enemy too. It's a trick of the devil. It's a trick of them demons and principalities and spirits of darkness, where you have things you need to work on. You have things that you've been doing incorrect. You got things you've been doing and dealing with that's not of the Most High. But when you see somebody that maybe once was down bad and they're now starting to grow and they're starting to elevate in the Most High, but you're still secretly doing sins and different things, you allow the devil to deceive you with this type of tactic that I want to discuss. You sitting there pointing your finger at what he did and what she's doing, what they did, while knowing that you are in secret deceit yourself. You in secret deceit. And what happens is you in this secret deceit, or you're doing something against somebody. Maybe it's that you're talking and gossiping about your brother. Maybe you gossiping about your sister. Maybe you spreading lies. Maybe you plotting against them. Maybe you trying to turn people against them. Or maybe you talking about your wife. Or maybe you talking about your husband. Or maybe you trying to make an excuses from going out on your husband or going out on your wife. And so when they do something, you try to blow it up. See, that's what Satan will do. Satan will make you blow something up because really you trying to validate your wrong. So you feel like when somebody else does something, and a lot of times they're not even really doing what you think is wrong, because you so blinded by the God of this world, he's just trying to make you make excuses for your wrongs so that you can stay comfortable in doing what's contrary to the Most High will. Instead of dealing with you, instead of making sure that you're being right with the Most High, you're pointing your finger at somebody else wrong, trying to validate your wrong with their wrong. And that's deceitful. Man, that's deceitful. You trying to validate what you say they doing wrong when they probably not even doing that much wrong. It's just that you so full of this secret deceit in your heart, you just looking for something to validate why you doing what you doing. See, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because see, he or she and they and them, no. What did the Most High tell you to do? What did the Most High tell you not to do? That's what you should be focused on. That should be your focus point. But when you allow the enemy to bring his energy, bring his ruach on you, his spirit, or demonic spirits, let's say, and you begin to think that because somebody did, even if somebody does do something wrong, does that make your wrong right? No. Two wrongs don't make a right. Shouldn't we already know that by now? You should be past that. But in your mind, because you are actually full of secret deceit, because your heart is actually deceitful, because in the hidden places, in secret places, you doing things contrary to the Most High. So when you see somebody else glowing, when you see somebody else truly growing, when you see somebody else coming sincere, you don't even realize that the devil be using you as a tool to beat them down because they truly growing. But you so envious and jealous and you become hateful because why? Because you're trying to pretend like you're growing when in fact, secretly, you are operating and manifesting in deceit. And so you in this uncomfortable place when you get around true believers, when you get around brothers and sisters who's truly after growing, they're truly overcoming, and you in secret places manifesting in sin. And so, like I said, it could be brotherhood, sisterhood, brothers and sisters of the household of faith, or marriage, right? You sitting there putting your wife down because you know that you really wrong and you trying to kind of make some type of amends with your wrong in the wrong way. You trying to make it seem like it's okay that you doing what you doing contrary to the law and commandments of the Most High with your wife. You out there committing adultery and you trying to make it seem like it's okay that you doing it based off of what your wife doing. And she might not even be doing nothing for real. And even if she was doing something, does it make your wrong right? See, that's how the devil gets you. Devil all in your head like, see, that's why you should be doing what you're doing. No, if you love the Most High, you should follow the Most High. If your brother and sister of the household of faith backstab you, does it make it right for you to backstab them? No. Keep doing what's pleasing and acceptable to the Most High. If they can backstab you and get you to stop doing what's pleasing and acceptable to the Most High, then they really got you. You didn't get them. They got you because you was sincere. You was going after purity of heart. But now you don't switch lanes, and now you're after vengeance. Vengeance is thus says the Most High. Or you're after trying to validate the wrong you want to do or the wrong that you are doing. Some people altogether, you're just deceitful. And you want to make other people look wrong. You're looking for something on somebody else just so you can feel better about your wrong. See, yeah, he ain't that great. See, she ain't that great. See, she did that. See, I heard him do this. You think that validates what you're doing in secret? See, that's how the devil wants you to think. That's the trick of the enemy. He got you thinking that, see, you ain't the only one, so it's all good. No, it ain't all good. We all should be seeking our salvation with fear and trembling. Sometimes you got to recognize you really a hater for real. Yeah, you got that hater type of spirit because this person over here really elevating in the Most High. They might have been down bad. We all feel short of glory. They came in, it was rough. But now they cleaning up well, and now you jealous because instead of you cleaning up well, you've been playing well. You've been wise to play. You've been wise to act like you really like the things of the Most High. You've been wise to act like you really after the Most High's heart, but you're not. Wise to do evil. And so now you're trying to stick around people who's truly for real, and soon as you figure out or soon as something happens, you try to make it seem like they done something so big because you really trying to validate your wrong. See, look what you did. You really a hater for real. You're really looking for something to point at somebody else about because the devil wants you to validate, to feel validated to doing what you are doing that's wrong. You're trying to validate you being a cheating woman. You're trying to validate you not being a submissive woman based off of some minor situation that you and your husband should be able to get over, but you trying to make it seem like this why. No, the reason why you not doing what you doing is because you have a problem with the law of the Most High. You don't see where you fit in. You don't see what you're supposed to be doing. You blinded by the God of this world, and you trying to validate your wrong with some they doing. Your husband did or your wife did. No. Your wrong is wrong, and you're going to be held accountable for your wrong. Some people, you got to watch out of people that try to make a big situation out of nothing. Why are you trying to make a big situation? Sometimes of people that try to make a big situation out of nothing, they try to make it seem so big. It's because really they got a lot of guilt in their heart. They got a lot of guilt in their heart, so they're trying to make an excuse for it. They don't even realize, a lot of times they don't even realize it because they blinded by the God of this world. They don't even realize that they consciously or that they're doing this. They don't even realize they're trying to make a big deal out of something that's very minor and that could be dealt with very easily, but they want to make it big because they've been doing big, deceitful things behind closed doors. So soon as you do something that brothers and sisters or husband and wives should be working out, they try to make it seem so big. Why? Because they got some hidden deceit and they don't want to feel so bad about what it is they're doing. They're trying to make they're trying to reason with their sin. Or make a reason for this why I'm doing that. See, that's why I say what I say. That's why I ain't faithful. That's why I talk about you. That's why I be gossiping. No, you shouldn't be doing that for no means. It don't matter what he did, what she did. If you love the Most High, you should be following the Most High. It's time for this junk to be exposed. Some of y'all think it's an excuse. And some of y'all really just be trying to hide your deceit by pointing your finger at somebody else. You got a whole log in your eye and you trying to point at them who only got a speck in their eye. They got a speck. They almost can see. They can see a little bit. You got a whole log trying to pick on the speck in their eye. But you got a whole log. You ain't even got down to it, just a speck. You got a whole log you got to get out of there. Make it make sense. But you trying to point out a speck in their eye, but you have a log in yours. See, you trying to make excuses why you got this log and trying to point at the speck in theirs. How dare you? You allowing the enemy to do this to you. You trying to reason with the enemy. You trying to reason with your sin. This is the reason why you sinning. And now you feel comfortable right there? This is the reason why you doing this against your husband. This is the reason why you doing that against your wife. That's the reason why you doing that against your brothers and sisters of the household of faith. For real? And you think it's validated? See, that's the devil trying to reason with you to stay in that deceit, to stay in that place that's contrary to the will of the Most High. Stop doing that. Stop believing that. Stop allowing the devil to deceive you like that, man. If you wrong, deal with your wrong. Stop. Some of y'all get jealous and envious like Cain. He hated his brother because his works were evil and Abel's works were good. Abel's works were good and Cain's works were evil, and Cain hated his brother because his works was good. Some of y'all just like that. You really trying to make something look big soon as some of your other brothers and sisters, your husband or your wife do something, and it ain't really even that big, but you trying to make it big because truly you doing big deceitful things behind closed doors, and you all out of touch. As soon as you see something, you try to make it big because you got this devilish energy on you that's trying to cause you to think that what you doing ain't so bad. But it is. You wrong, and you need to deal with your wrong. And stop trying to reason with your wrong. Deal with it. Get rid of it. Stop trying to make excuses for why you doing wrong. If you love the Most High, no matter what nobody doing, you gonna still do what's right in His sight. But like I said, some of y'all haters for real, because your works are truly evil. You trying to pretend to be good around those who's after truly doing good. But in hidden places, when you feel like you can manifest your deceit and sin with people who operate in sin, you do sin. And with people who are believers, you act like a believer. And so then when you see a believer and somebody who's truly growing, they might have a little flaw here and there. You try to make it seem like they done something so big because truly you not comfortable in your own skin. Truly, you out of touch. Truly, you deceitful. And so soon as they do something, you trying to make it seem like, see, that's why I don't even talk to you like the Most High say I should talk to you. That's why I don't even come to you like the Most High say we should come to each other as brothers and sisters. That's why I don't yield to you as the Most High say I should yield to you as a wife. That's why I don't deal with you as a husband should deal with a wife, because you just this and you just that. Always making excuses not to do what thus says the Most High. This got to be exposed. Stop making excuses. If you love the Most High, you gonna keep His commandments. If you love the Most High, you ain't gonna keep making excuses based off of what other people doing, pointing fingers at other people when you got a whole log in your eye. You trying to talk about a speck. They don't got pretty much the log out of their eye. All they got left is a speck. They almost completely conceit. You got a whole log though. You trying to make amends with your wicked ways. You trying to hide your wickedness by pointing out somebody else's. Never dealing with self, but always pointing at somebody else. Never dealing with self, but always pointing at somebody else. Always trying to blow up somebody else's flaw while you out there playing like there's no tomorrow. Like you playing in sin, you deep diving in sin. But this person, they truly after righteousness, but they might have this little flaw, and you try to blow it up because you feel uncomfortable, because really you not really purely going after Yah. You really playing around in sin somewhere. So as soon as you can see somebody that's really, they're really growing, as soon as you can see something that might be a flaw, you try to blow it up. Because you a hater for real, or because you're not comfortable in your own skin for real, because you're not really being for real when you going after the Most High. When you get around certain people, you manifest a different you for real. Man, come on, get for real and be for real. This is not cool. And a lot of y'all beating on other people because you not comfortable, because you shouldn't be comfortable, because you in secret sins, because you trying to reason with why you ain't doing what the Most High told you to do, because he and she and they and them. No, man. If you love the Most High, you gonna get to it. Whatever the Most High said do, you gonna get to it and you gonna get it done. If you really love him, if you really built like that, if you really love him like that, you gonna get it done. But if you keep making excuses for your wrong, you ain't gonna never come around the way. You're going to stay in the way. And then you're going to try to get people out of the way wickedly. Trying to bring people into your misery, because misery loves company. Stop Stop doing that mess to people. Stop beating up people who truly after the Most High with a pure heart. They trying to bring forth a good sacrifice of praise and obedience while you act in obedience around those who are truly after obedience, but in the midst of those who are not in obedience and who are in rebellion, don't even know y'all, you out there committing secret sins. But then you get around the body of believers, the household of faith, and then you act like you've been keeping the faith for real. So you really uncomfortable for real. And then you try to make it seem like everybody else fake because you fake. But you're not exposing that you fake. You're not exposing what you was doing. But you always pointing at somebody else. That's even more deceitful. You don't even know because of your lack of dealing with self and allowing the Ruach HaKodesh to overtake you, allowing the Ruach HaKodesh to comfort you. You have no comfort for real. You out of whack for real. You out of touch for real. And you waxing worse for real. Becoming more comfortable in your sins for real. Because the devil is deceiving you for real. It's time to expose this crap. Because a lot of y'all that's like that, you beat up on your people. Like Cain did what he did to his brother Abel based off of Cain's work really was evil. Cain brought a sacrifice. He tried to make it look like he was doing what Abel was doing, but he wasn't right. That's why the Most High said to Cain, he said, if thou would do, why is your countenance falling? You got to look at somebody always, their countenance always falling. Why is their countenance always falling? He said to Cain, Yahuwah said to Cain, why is thy countenance falling? If thou will do it good, you will be received too. But instead of them doing good, they busy being envious of what you doing and how you growing. Trying to find something on you. Oh, I heard the brother doing, and I heard the sister doing this. But the Most High is still dealing with them. The Most High judging them. The Most High is purifying them. You don't know their heart like the Most High know their heart. So stick to your lane. Do what you're supposed to be doing. You trying to make excuses for your out of ordinance while you not submitting to your husband, while you not being a husband to your wife, while you not being a brother to your sister, while you not being a brother to your brother, while you not being a sister to your sister. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Because a lot of times y'all be in hidden sins, hidden deceit, wanting to do what's contrary to the Most High. And when you see somebody who's after doing it, as soon as you see something, you try to blow it up and rail them and derail them. See, that's why, hey, you hot head, you don't even know you got the energy of the enemy on you. You thinking that everything you saying is valid, but really your heart's so deceitful, you so blind, you can't even see. You so blind, you can't even see. Sorry about that. You so blind, you can't even see. What you doing? You can't even see that you're making excuses for your sin. You can't see that you're trying to make amends with your sin or trying to become even more comfortable in your sin. You can't even see. You after looking at people who works as good and trying to find a flaw, blow it up, because really behind closed doors, you ain't right. You've been trying to bring up sacrifice of praise and offering and pray to Yah, and he ain't been receiving that mess because your heart is right. You really hate your brothers and sisters for real. You really envious for real. You really jealous for real. You really after looking for everybody else's flaws for real instead of making sure of yourself for real. That thing real. And I hope you understand it for real. Another episode of Tell the Truth and Expose It. Come on, somebody. If you can relate, drop a comment. If you can relate, hey, share this video. But I hope it helped you. I hope it raised awareness to some people. And I hope it encouraged some people. Keep going even when people try to beat you down. When people try to make something that's so little big and try to make it seem like you don't just did so much and you really after Yahuwah and you really after growing in Yah. But they're trying to make it seem like you're so wrong. They're trying to make it seem like you're so bad. They're trying to make it seem like you're doing so wrong. Just let them have it. Just let them act the way they acted and keep going, brothers and sisters. Motivation.